We weren't even
I
recording.
know you need to slow down.
You weren't even recording?
What a loser, man. What a loser.
Well, I don't know if it is or if it isn't.
Oh, man.
How do you tell?
Fuck if I know. What are you looking up over there?
It's the first show, so you know what? I'll just tell everybody, look, we fucked up the video. I gotta get a real camera. I'm not dealing with this shit.
We both get heated.
Well, I'm just saying that.
Hey, how many beers you got over, man? Jesus.
Fucking worry about it.
Good God. Alcoholics over here.
All right, hit record. Let's keep quiet.
Who's going hard? Who's going hard?
I think you're going hard.
Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they
did get some
beeswax.
questions
I
that
don't
wanted to
never
get
cap,
answered.
but I'm wearing like 3 hats.
Okay.
Never been a rat, but
Where
I know where the cheese at. You'll never
did
get a trophy 'cause they all here
Hoghead name come from?
Hoghead.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I come from another driver that is no longer with us. He retired. And his handle was Deputy Dog. Roof, roof. So I used to call him Chicken Head. And Chicken Head is because of his chin and his neck and his beak. He looked like a chicken. So I started calling him Chicken Head. So in turn, he started calling me Hoghead for some reason. I guess because I called him Chicken Head, he called me Hoghead. So that's where the Hoghead came from. It come from Deputy Dog, a.k.a. Chicken Head.
That's a sad story.
Well, I mean, that's the story. I mean, you wanted the stories. There you go. It's out there now. I mean, was you expecting something like,
Yeah.
like, J-Rod's sister calling me a Hoghead? Because I got, massive,
Massive what? Feet?
Yeah, I heard you got Hoghead because that's what your sister used to call you.
I am from West Virginia now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, my family's from West Virginia, baby. Tear out to West Virginia. Shout out for the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Oh, man.
What else you got? What else you got?
I was hoping for a better one, but...
I'm sorry. I mean, I could have made up something, but I mean, you wanted the truth. I'm giving you the truth.
right.
We ain't worried about the truth.
Yeah, we want to hear the lies.
All the lies.
We want to hear the juicy.
We had a couple questions come through on Facebook. Of course, we keep names out of it.
Of course.
And a bunch of them are from Florida, California, Nebraska, Ohio, all over the place. If they want their actual town or locals called out, they can just tell me on the next one, and we'll make sure that we'll actually call their where they're from out. But
You can also at the end somewhere in between put the number so we have people call in.
Yeah.
If they if they want to, and just remember it's Eastern Standard Time where we're at. So
Eastern.
So
what time is it now? It's like 9:50. We're a little late. We're a little late starting.
Yeah.
We won't say why.
Alcoholic beverages involved.
Yeah, well,
some Sprites.
J-Rod was on, he was on somebody else's porch because, like he said that story, if you ain't getting none on one porch, he's going to go to the other one. You know what I mean? His neighbors.
Trick or treat.
You don't feed the dog for about 3 days. He's gonna go over see what the neighbors got to eat.
That's right. That's right. See, right there. So, one of the things was the CBs. I didn't start with UPS when the whole CB thing was going, but I do believe you two did. Mm-hmm. One guy brought up the point is that it's a safety thing. And actually, it's a safety thing. And you had a point of something about if a flatbed went down the road or something, lost a pipe or whatever, they can either radio him or radio everybody in the back. Hey, there's something in the middle of the road. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, that's what we talked about the other day. I mean, I get it. UPS has all these cameras in here now, and I know a lot of listeners out here don't have them yet, but they are coming. And whenever you reach up to grab the mic to speak upon it, it's going to start, the sensor starts going off and, get you in trouble, whatever.
But that's my point I brought up.
Yes.
If you grab the CB, is that not considered distracted driving?
Well, like we talked about, everything in there is distracted driving. I mean, you reach down, turn the AC on, you turn the radio to a different station. I mean, everything you do is distraction. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's nonstop distraction in a tractor. Period. It doesn't matter. I think they're trying to eliminate the distractions. Is what I think the company's trying to do. That's just what I think. But like I said, you know,
I get it.
But I mean. To my point is, can you still have a CB in your tractor? Yes, I think you can, as long as you don't. I mean, like I said, you still can touch the mic if you want to take the chance of getting in trouble or not. But if you can have a CB in there and listen to Channel 19 to see what's going on, especially at nighttime, like I said, if a pipe falls off a flatbed and it's in the middle lane and you're listening on the CB and you're like, okay, I hear it, I'm going to get over to whatever lane you need to get into to avoid that accident or whatever, then that's great, you know. So I think it's a positive thing, as long as, you know, by company standards, you don't touch the mic, you know.
Okay.
And respond to somebody.
That brings me into my next highlighted point here. I went back. I ain't gonna say how I went back, but I did our business agent not say that the inside anything's not supposed to be working? Is that to the understanding of both of y'all? Did he say that it's not supposed to be working at all?
That's the way I took it.
Right?
I concur.
But his answer is how do we find out if it's working or not, right? And he says that they don't know how to ask that question, apparently. So he sent it up to the IBT, and he threw his hands up and goes, well, I asked the question to IBT to tell us how to proceed.
And what was the response from the IBT?
As of right now, nothing.
And how long ago was...
Because to my understanding, it still works, does it not? Does it still say that you're distracted? Or
Oh, yeah.
So how long ago was that question asked?
I don't know. I mean, I asked it at the last meeting. He said that he asked the union, so I'm assuming it had to be...
Is she talking like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
I mean, it had to be, well, definitely had to be 2 weeks ago because that was when the last meeting was. So therefore, it had to be at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, somewhere within there, unless he's lying.
Well, how come? I mean, how long does it take to get a question answered? I mean, it's a phone call away. You would think your business agent would be in contact with Johnny Sawyer's or somebody down at the IBT that, you know, is in our division or whatever. That,
Well, Johnny Sawyers is the number one guy.
yeah, for the Eastern, right? Is he Eastern or
No,
is he
he's a package division.
package division?
Yeah.
So why, if it's been 2 weeks, why is it taking 2 weeks to get an answer if it's just a phone call away?
Because they don't want to answer it right now. They're probably still just trying to figure out how the language is actually written or how they want to perceive the language. Or UPS is trying to say how they want to perceive the language. You know that. They always play that game. It's like they say there's a gray area. There's never, listen, when it comes to the book, there's never a gray area. I don't give a shit. Dude, if anyone comes to me and tries to tell me a gray area, I will point back to the book where there's not a gray area. So the gray area thing, everybody needs to stop saying that. The book is black and white. Where the gray area comes from is how your business agent
Interprets
or UPS or the IBT interprets it, right? Because when this is written, you know, it's written basically by lawyers who already understand the language.
Correct.
And there is no gray area, you know. So
Correct.
I'll jump off of that because I kind of get a little agitated when I hear that there's gray areas in the book when there is no gray area. Gray areas are created by the human beings who read it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
So, all right, inward-facing cameras. One guy said that he wants them gone totally. To our understanding, from what our business agent stated, is that the inside's supposed to be gone totally. But we both know, or excuse me, all three of us know that it's not. It's still the distracted, right? And then you said it also it does when you stop. Well, the stopping card, I guess, would be for outside, but
Yeah, I mean, it goes off all the sensors still on the truck, and your radar and all that, and still goes on the inside.
okay. So One gentleman did ask about, he wanted somebody to say something about that. All right, here's another one. One member wants to talk about automatic transmissions to stick shift. He wants to, me? Listen, I've drove a stick pretty much all my life. I'm a little bit older now. I kind of do like not having to use that left foot a lot. So for me, I like the automatics, but I get the understanding because I could tell you this much: if I'm ever in dangerous weather, wintertime or anything like that, and I got a set of doubles or a really heavy long box, I'd like to have that stick shift because then you do feel the road. You do.
Yes, I agree.
You feel as if you have a little bit more control. So I can
They,
understand that.
all these manufacturing stuff, they say an automatic transmission can change gears smarter than you as a human ever can.
You go, look, there he goes. Pop a top again. Go ahead.
Go ahead, loose lips. We don't play that.
Remember that?
Yo, yeah, hell
Living-
yeah.
Living
Living color, man. That shit's funny as hell.
Remember that? Two birds flying over one with big breasts.
Yeah. Oh my god, that show was funny. I love that show.
Oh, that's all.
But go ahead. Finish.
What? I'm just saying that's
I'll be right back. I'll get some more
why they
coffee.
don't make stick shields hardly. Everything's automatics because they say that them transmissions way smarter than me and you.
Your sister likes my stick
Fuel
shift.
mileage,
I don't
basically for the fuel mileage, I guess.
Well, yeah, I get it.
But don't pull out in front of anybody.
But the reason why they're actually doing the whole automatic thing is because one, it probably saves money because, and I don't mean to say this, but a lot of people that first come in that are younger generation, they probably don't know how. Most of them don't know how to drive a stick or double clutch, or it's easier for them to get people in the seat faster if they need to hire faster. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think about. But as for longevity or as for saving money wise, I think it'd be about the same. You know what I mean? Because the transmission is still a transmission. I mean, I used to have an old what was that thing? D35. It was an old Dodge Dually, the 35 series diesel, and I had a git rag in it, and
A what?
a git rag. The transmission was called a git rag. It was one of the better transmissions that was out there for the Dodge, especially for the old 6-speed 5.9 liter VE rotary injection pump. Did you get your coffee?
I did.
You good?
I'm going. I may have to use your toilet paper in your bathroom here for a minute.
You need a vodka shot in that? You need to do
I
something.
need some baby wipes.
So there we go. All right, we hit that one for a guy. Here's my personal favorite, and I do want to hit off of this. The uniform language. Because it actually does still irritate me about this whole sock situation, right? Socks. Because somebody said hoodies too, right? And somebody said that you're actually allowed to wear hoodies now because as long as it's a brown color. I don't know which one of it was. I think it was you, J. Ron.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You are allowed to wear
No like Carhartt tag or anything showing. No emblems. Nothing printed. Plain brown, all brown. Nothing else.
Okay.
That's what we were told.
I mean, I feel like if they're forcing you to wear UPS stock logos on the side, I feel the company should pay for them.
Well, don't feel, because here's the language. This is why I'm saying, this is why I was kind of going on the gray area thing, because here's no gray area. I'm going to read this out loud. Employer agrees that if any employee is required to wear any kind of uniform as a condition of his continued employment, such uniform shall be furnished and maintained by the employer free of charge.
So that means socks.
So let me ask you something. Can you get written up for not wearing brown socks if you wear shorts?
Yes.
Can you get fired if you do it more than 3 times?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
So is that not as it says, continued employment.
True that.
So why is it that we have to buy socks with
Our
UPS
money.
insignia
Our money.
when it clearly states in the contract? It clearly states that if it's a continued, if for you to continue your employment, meaning that if you don't wear them, they will write you up. You will be fired for it. So explain to me why it is that they keep bypassing that and everyone keeps accepting it. Because I don't. I don't accept it. I mean, honestly, F them socks. I'm not out there to promote your ass. I'm not. Why am I going to buy something?
Exactly.
Well, but, honestly, if UPS wants me to buy socks, promote me. I mean, come on, Wicked Witch of the South. Why don't you get in your pocketbook and give me a little bit of money so that, I can promote my show, right?
Dig deep.
Right.
Dig deep.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same concept. The same concept. Hey, the same freaking concept. Is it not? I mean, come on. I mean, honestly. I'm just sitting there. Is there a gray area in that? What does it say? Let me read it again.
The pad is loose.
The employer agrees that if any employee is required to wear any kind of uniform as a condition of his continued employment.
We got leakage.
Page 236. Everyone's got this book. Everyone should stand up. Honestly, everyone in the United States that listens to this today.
I mean, any grievance when they write you up for socks should be the union should stand up.
Shit.
Right here's the language.
There are good unions out there.
Hey, there
We
are,
know
but ours ain't.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Ours is weak.
They're lame ducks.
Weak.
They're lame ducks. And somebody asked, how do you get rid of basically a weak union?
You vote them out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you definitely need to.
I need one.
Yeah.
All right. Let me switch over.
You need
All
to.
right.
Yeah.
Take your medicine.
Yeah, take your medicine. Take your medicine.
All right. Coffee and beer. I don't know, man.
Oh my gosh, dude. You already complained that you don't get too much coffee. Then you complained that you weren't getting food. So now I'm feeding you, and I'm giving you coffee.
I know. But hey, you know what? I want to touch on this since you're talking about the union here. You know, what's it called? The tax, the
W-2s?
The W-2s. That's it. Yeah. Now, last time we looked it up, our actual local was making, I think, $148,000 a year. You know, and I'm fine.
Not every.
What's up? Talk to me.
Not everybody. Right.
No, just in ours. Just in our union.
Yeah,
Our local union.
Not everybody in our local.
No, just the president and the business agent makes that.
Yeah. The president and the business agent only make it. Everybody else.
Yeah, they're like $2,000-$3,000, whatever. But my point is this: when it comes to the union, is you're getting paid that amount of money, okay, which is a lot of money, okay, and I don't mind paying it because us members pay their salary, right? I don't mind paying it if you're actually doing your job,
Right.
but when you're not doing your job, I got a problem with that.
Well, I understand that, but then it's the same thing. It's like I know a lot of people say that they don't want to go political, right? Because they don't like United States government side of things. Because Republican, Democrat, Independent, Liberal, whatever, right? There's it's like a mess of shit, right? But the problem is that UPS is just like that. We are our own like government entity. You know what I mean? You got
UPS law.
well, oh yeah. Fuck UPS law. You know what I mean? Whatever. Don't get me started.
Oh, the pad is loose this morning. He is loose.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Really. When somebody says UPS law, I'm like, just get out of my face. Really. Because I go by federal law. And I implore anyone right now, please, come at me. Come at me, because I'll take your ass to court.
I'm ready to come at you. I'm gonna start throwing maxi pads at you because you're bleeding heavy today.
Well, I'm just,
Got
listen,
a heavy bleeder.
I guarantee you right now, they know me, and they know that I will take their ass to court. If they fuck up, I'll take them to court. I will. I've done it, and I'm getting ready to do it again. And I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna laugh, smile. I'm gonna laugh just like that old Wicked Witch of the South. Oh, I'm fine. I'll calm down.
Man, it's only 10:06. You and kick back to me sprites.
All right,
over
we
there.
talked about automatic transmissions. One guy said that he could write a book about harassment, but I don't want to get to that right now.
I'm sure that's a lot of that going throughout the country.
Well, I mean, The thing is that this company could be a better company. It really could. I mean, and the thing is I'm not saying it's UPS as itself, as the insignia or the company itself. I'm just saying that there's a lot of bad eggs all throughout this company. I mean, if you got an actual manager who smiles when she fires people, or she smiles when they're going after him, you have there's something wrong with you.
I got a question. How do you get fired when a management person, puts a hands on an hourly and the hourly gets fired?
You mean my situation?
Yeah, how does that happen?
Again,
how does that happen?
It's because they believe in UPS law.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's UPS law.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I had to take that guy I took him to court.
And won.
For assault and battery.
Yeah, and you know what's messed up about this?
They didn't fire him.
and on top of that, this is the craziest thing, is when you came back to work after 5 weeks off of work.
I had to work underneath them.
You had to come back. Yeah, the union didn't even come up there and say, hey, you know what? Let the management guy leave for 30 minutes until you punch in and get off the yard, and then he can come back so you guys don't have to interact. That is some crazy shit right there. I cannot believe that happened.
It's not even. That ain't even the gist of it. Like,
wow.
I convicted you of an assault
Yeah.
at work.
Yes.
Had to go to court on my own money and do it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell do you think I'm supposed to work for that man? And what would happen if I assaulted him?
UPS law, baby. UPS law.
What if I assaulted him?
They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They would have
he'd
fired
still be
me.
laying there probably.
But hey, where was your union? Where was your union at?
Well, what's so funny is that the business agent actually.
My hands were tied.
Yeah, he thinks he actually did help, and to be honest with you, if he does that one more time, and I hope he's listening, because right now I'm telling you, do it one more time. I'm going to bring out all the evidence that proves that the union didn't do a motherfucking thing for me. Mm-hmm. I paid over $5,000 on a lawyer to take this mother trucker to court, and I won. And basically, he tried to lie his ass off. But the problem was that the actual witness said, the judge goes, Mr. Such and Such, he said, did Mr. Such and Such actually push him back? You know what the witness said? On their side. My side didn't bring this guy in.
Can I get a witness?
He said, yeah, he pushed him back. The judge went, I heard enough. Mm-hmm. He said, I heard enough. He said, you can sit there and say whatever you want. You made contact with the man. You pushed him back. You were found guilty under assault and battery.
Yeah.
What he gave him was his deferred disposition. The reason being is because the very next day was Veterans Day. And the judge goes, I don't want to put a veteran in jail.
Hey, thank you for your service, though,
Right,
by the
well,
way.
right,
You know,
right.
But that's beside the point.
But then-
you assaulted somebody.
Right, but then he looked over at his lawyer and said, I'm telling you right now, if you're going to appeal this, I'm going to throw his ass in jail today. His lawyer went, whatever pleases the court. Mm-hmm. So he accepted his deferred disposition. Mm-hmm. The only reason why that supervisor did not go to jail that day is because the judge was a little lenient on him because of his military background. Mm-hmm. And listen, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
But you put your hands on me.
Correct.
I did the right thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't fight back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a little bit older now, and I know I'm a little bit smarter. So
You're seasoned.
Yeah, I didn't. Seasoned.
You're like a iron skillet,
anyways,
man.
get
It's
back
100
on it.
years old.
Just to get back on it, because I hope he's listening. I'm telling you right now, Mr. Business Agent, Secretary of Treasury, you bring it up one more fucking time. It's inside that local union, I swear to God, I'm going to let everybody see the whole truth. Because you ain't nothing but, you're a sham. You're bullshitting yourself if you think you actually won my case. You didn't do shit. You cost me $500 when you called me and said, oh, do you have lawyers? Because he was calling my bluff. I said, you know what? I'll do you one better. I got both my lawyers on the phone and called his phone back within 2-minute time frame. He didn't answer.
Wow.
And then you want to know what else was
Surprise.
so funny? All of a sudden, the very next day at 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 days before I'm supposed to go to my little panel hearing up there in North Carolina or South Carolina, Myrtle Beach is where it was at. We're going to bring you back to work. And UPS agreed to 3 weeks of back pay. I said, 3 weeks of back pay? He said, "Oh,
How about 5 weeks?
He said, Maxi Pad. He says, that's probably about the best we're gonna get right now. You know, you're gonna have to take him to court for us to push the whole situation or the whole thing." I said, "What do you?" So I said, "So I gotta wait to take this guy to court to get the rest of my back pay?" Yeah, we'll handle that when we get down that road. We'll handle that when we get down that road.
Oh,
so by the direction of my business agent, I took the deal, right? Basically accepting that I did something wrong.
Took it on the chin.
I didn't do a fucking thing wrong. And I accepted. I still have the letter, dude. I still have the summons upstairs. I got everything from the court, everything from the time that the Wicked Witch of the South actually signed the damn paperwork telling me that I was fired. I mean, I got it all because I had an employment lawyer and I also had a defense lawyer because the wrongful termination, and that's the only reason why I got brought back. I'm telling you right now, you have to think about it. How is it that I got charged for 2 lawyers being on the phone? They charged me for that. Basically, they charged me for that 15 minutes.
Yeah, $500.
To make that phone call and leave a message on his phone.
You know what's crazy to me is doesn't our local have a lawyer for things like this to happen?
I don't think they really do. I don't think they do.
I mean,
I think they BS everybody and say they have one, but I don't think they have one.
okay. I mean, I'm just wondering. I mean,
And then
it is blows my mind. You were assaulted, and the union didn't do jack shit.
yeah, the only reason why I'm actually
crazy,
working
man.
today is because I went and got my
Got your own lawyers.
Yeah.
Correct.
I got
I
mine.
agree, and that's sad. That is sad, dude. You got
If
you're in
you
the
wouldn't
union.
have the money, you've been sitting in the cheese line.
Ow! Oh, all right. We hit the hell out of that one.
Oh, yeah. All I'm saying is stop. If you bring it up, I'm telling you, if anyone on the board is listening, do not respond because as soon as you do, I'm going. This is it. I'm done. I'm going to shove it up your ass so hard that you're going to be smiling. So just stop.
Say cheese.
So, anyways, let's get back on track here. Having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we're just going to go ahead and take a break right here. Gonna put your headphones on. Just going normal. I got something about myself on this one.
We here. Just doing our thing right now, but we here.
I see.
Come on now.
We got a little technical difficulties here, so we had to kind of like take a break to figure things out. But we want harassment. Harassment is the biggest thing. Because honestly, that's what I see a lot of, and I understand that not everybody goes through it. Nobody understands sometimes what it feels like to be harassed by your employer. I did pull one down from this. Did come from Facebook. It says you work at UPS when you get sexually harassed. Make a complaint, then fired, rehired, harassed, being followed, being written up for dumb stuff, 2 or 3 days a week. This is too much. They could take these 18 years and bite me. I've always been a great driver, but it's not just me. Everybody's being attacked. This is too much. I think this technology has really effed them up. I don't need no GPS. I can run a route from a manifest. I can drive a stick. I can scratch a route. They're a damn lie. They think I'm going to bend over and take it. My kids are grown now. Big Brown helped raise my family, and I thought I was family. I will forever cherish the shield. I loved and still live UPS, but they're asking for the impossible. I'm still one of the best drivers in the South Center. This person's in Atlanta. So I exit with my crown on head held high because I can't be no peasant. UPS gave this girl balls. Now they want to clip them. F that. I'll keep my balls. I'm out.
Wow.
So she pretty much said that she was quitting right there on Facebook. So.
Damn, man.
The
Speaks volume right there, man.
Well, the sad part about it is,
Wow.
is we keep going back to it. It's like with the unions. The unions need to start stepping up and taking control of this because the reason why we're in the union, as it's stated, the responsibility, a union member democratically elects their leaders who are then responsible for advocating for good of the unit, negotiate for good benefits in retirement and security. I mean, you're supposed to be standing up to this stuff. And what I think it is I think most unions are scared to actually file labor charges. That's what I'm guessing.
It runs rapid through this company, and we can speak upon, if this listener is out there and she is listening to this, we had the same thing happen in our center, and then this supervisor was transferred to another center.
It was one, I think, quit or got fired. One was transferred.
No, I think you're we're talking about one person.
Oh.
Okay, one supervisor, and the supervisor was transferred to another center, in which he did this exact same thing again, sexually harassed somebody. Instead of firing the supervisor, all he did was ship him to another hub at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then I think he did it again. And then they sent him to another center. So this is a UPS corporate problem. And it is, if an hourly does something like this, you're fired. Okay, and hopefully you have a good union to back you, unlike ours, to get your job back. But it should not be tolerated in this company. It doesn't matter if you're management or you're hourly, period. It should not be happening. I mean, this is almost 2024, dude. I mean, sexual harassment, discrimination, and any form of discrimination should not be happening.
Well, it's written in the book, Article 36 and Article 37.
It's UPS law, baby. It's UPS law. We've already talked this, baby. We can go round and round. It's UPS law. They don't go by that book. They don't go by federal law.
Right here,
they go by UPS law.
If anybody needs to know, on page 139, look it up. I mean, right there, Article 36, non-discrimination, and then Article 37, management employee relations. That's pretty much about harassment. There's also some other things in there like 9.5. Stuff that goes along with the harassment part of it. Mm-hmm. But I hate to say this, man. Everybody needs to start taking a stand. And you stand up for all your brothers.
Stand up for your rights.
Yeah, right. You need to start fighting back. And I'm not saying, Jimmy Hoffa days, going out there popping tires, slashing tires, starting fires. I'm not talking about that.
No, use your brain.
I'm just saying stand up and just actually start helping out. You see another junior person in there getting harassed or discriminated against, stand up for them.
Absolutely.
Because if you get 20 or 30 people that stand up, 40 or 50 people to stand up, do you think UPS is actually going to do anything? No, they're going to back down.
You got numbers. You got numbers.
And listen, I understand some people say, well, this guy's an asshole. Well, you know what? Everyone has a God-given right to be an asshole. Is that right?
No, you're definitely one.
Well, probably.
J-Rod's still over here looking up porn. Come on, man. Get off the porn sites.
It's my favorite.
We saw you were looking over the screen.
He always says it. And I can't do it like him, but he always says, China. Go ahead, give it to everybody. Give it to everybody. Go ahead. Come on, give it to
China.
That was weak. But I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the way this company acts, it acts as if it's a third world country entity, and all they want to do is I understand they want to make money, but then the supervisors, management, or whatever for the certain centers, hubs, or whatever, they start treating people like crap because their numbers are going down. Now, why are they getting really that upset? Is it because they're going to get fired? I mean, honestly, I don't think they will. I think it's because UPS starts digging in their pocket. Like the $40,000 bonuses that they get every year, or
they don't fire management people. You know why? I don't think they fire them too often because of the money that they train them and send them off.
Right.
That's why I don't think they get rid of a lot of. I mean, they'll transfer them, like the guy I was just talking about.
I think because they know too much.
Well, that too. Yeah, that may have a big part in it also. Yeah.
Well, elaborate.
You treat these people like this, and this.
Well, what do you mean? Elaborate. What do you think?
I mean, like, they just how they tell them to govern you or to manage you. Like, it's got to be something behind it. The way these people act. You know what I'm saying?
I do know that when management goes to a certain facility. Everybody knows where it's at. Chicago. That's the feeder side. Apparently, Atlanta is
Boot camp.
Package.
is for package. When they come back, they are a little different.
I know a couple that
But that's full time. Full timers.
haven't been
Yeah.
per se.
I would say he's floating, on that line, but that brings me to my next point because I did get a lot of guff on this, all right, because there are a lot of people.
I know a couple that used to be the nicest guy in the world at a dispatch window, and they come back from there, and
You mean the Wicked Witch of the South?
I'm talking
Yeah,
down in that area.
yeah. Greatest person
A couple of
Nicest.
them. They were working dispatch, and now they're feeder on road soups, and you can't even. You're just a gum ball on the bottom of their shoe, dude.
I think the money changes them.
Before I get into my next thing, because I do want to get into that. But before I get into that, if you would please share. You have a story about, and correct me if I'm wrong. Look at these mother truckers coming down here, farm fed something, and now they want to come to UPS and make all this big money. Am I correct?
Oh
on that?
yeah. I was in what do you call it?
Class
First day
Spit it out, Junior.
orientation. And big boy says, because I got hired, off the street, and they was asking a question, something about anybody ever drive a farm tractor. I was like, yeah. Then after it was over, they had something to spiel for that. I forget what it was, something with it. But then afterwards, I heard him say, "Oh, look at this country motherfucker. He been shoveling horse shit. Now he's gonna be a UPS feeder driver."
And what brings me to that point is that I hear a lot of supervisors telling everybody, you make too much money.
No, yeah.
How many times have we heard that? Now, is that not classified as, one, discriminating, because you're discriminating against an hourly employee, or two, harassment? I don't get to come in at, I don't know, say 9 o'clock in the morning and then leave at 12 noon.
I don't care what they do. Just leave me the hell alone.
Well,
I'm
that's
not
my
causing
point.
an accident.
Amen to that.
I'm
right
not causing
there.
an accident.
Let me come in, do my job, and leave me alone.
Right.
That's it. That's all I want. Like, if I do something wrong, then you come to me, but come to me correct from the get-go. Don't come out to me aggressive. Come with me with, a human being. Talk to me like a human being, and we can
That's
work
it,
through
bro.
anything. But it's how you approach somebody. That's
Here we go, approach. How you approach.
well, yeah. Well, if somebody comes up to you and is being negative and jumping down your throat, starting off like that, it ain't going to end well for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Approach somebody in the right manner, you can get through anything. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
That's a big 10.
Okay, he's a disagreeer. All right. Well, hey, that's your opinion.
That's
your
right.
opinion.
And you know what? It's just like cowboy hats and assholes. Everybody's got one.
I ain't got no cowboy
Or apple
hat.
pickers and dick lickers, and you ain't got no basket.
So I want to get on this one
Hit me.
before we end. I've actually been approached by part-time supervisors. I'm not going to call them out because I don't want them to get fired. The reality of a supervisor becoming a union is non-existent. It's not, because here it is. The term supervisor means an individual having authority in the interest of the employer to hire, transfer, suspend, lay off, recall, promote, discharge, assign, reward, or discipline other employees. Now, I want everyone to understand that too. Assign. Assign what? Assign work, right? Tell people how to do things, right? Promote, or if they are in a lead position, right? Because I continuously kept looking that up. A lead position is also within the realm of a supervisor because they are in the best interest of the company for being a lead because you want to train that person, you want to assign work to that person, you want to make sure that he's doing his job how he's supposed to be doing it towards the company's eyes, correct? And that's how the government, go ahead.
Correct.
No, that's how the government sees it. So a supervisor cannot be in a union, because you do all of these things. It says here to responsibility to direct them or to adjust their grievances or effectively to recommend such action. If in connection with foregoings, the exercise of such authority is not a merely routine or clerical nature, but requires the use of independent judgment. So that also means that if a lead has to use independent judgment to make decisions of what's going to happen on the floor, you still cannot be in the union. Hey, look, I feel for some of the part-time supervisors because I get it. I talk to a lot of them. They're pretty cool guys. And like we said, when you see supervisors, just like you said, and all of a sudden they go to school, they come back different. And I get it. The part-time supervisors, you guys are treated like shit. But the thing is that y'all might need to start your own podcast and basically start your own revolt. Stop putting up with the shit, dude. This is America. The last time I checked. So
China.
Well, as
China owns land in U.S.
That's a different story.
Okay.
Different story, different podcast.
I'm just putting it out there. China.
But what I'm trying to say to the supervisors is that no, you can't be in a union at all. And I'm sorry that I have to tell you this and I have to let you down easy. And I get it. Some of those guys.
Where's your sister at these days?
So, supervisors, sorry, you cannot join the union. And the thing is, if you talk about it, they will fire you immediately.
I want to let everybody know that I got a promotion. I put in for airplane pilot for UPS.
Where's your glasses? Where's your Biden glasses?
Where's your aviators?
I haven't got them in yet. They're on order. But I do got the jacket on. I got the jacket.
But doesn't that say UPS on there?
I'm UPS. I'm a pilot for UPS now.
See, I think
I'm moving up.
I think he's infiltrated.
I'm out of here, baby.
Might have to get rid of it.
I'm moving on. What? You ain't hey.
You might be a terrorist.
I might be on the plane, but I can call in somehow, some way. I'll be on the podcast.
Did you just come across the border?
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, China.
Russia.
So, I have to say, supervisors, sorry, you can't be in a union because, by law. They actually tried it. There's an actual case that went through, what was it, the Supreme Court, and it was actually for nurses and nurse leads and stuff of that nature. So it was stated that, if anyone can directly get in trouble from your direction, therefore you cannot be in the union. So that brings me to my next point. Because I understand, I'm not going to call the union out today, what local or whatever it is, but I will state this, that apparently there is 2 members on the executive board. One is a cousin, right? It's a cousin of him. And he's actually a manager for UPS. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one. I think he's the vice president.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And his wife... Well, it says on Facebook, says supervisor. So, and I'll elaborate more into the story later. So I'll portray the story like this. One of its members called the president of the union, and the president said, "I don't know where all these rumors are coming from. She's a lead, right? Well, under the definition, especially." With all of the Supreme Court judgments, a lead is also not supposed to be in the union because this person directs
Irelease.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, this person is considered a supervisor. So if I was to ask, now both of y'all right now, is that considered a conflict of interest?
110%.
But why would you say that? Why? What is your?
I would say because
We're supposed to. We're supposed to have him muted.
supervisor
Sorry.
come home and want to do a little
Deduct
rubby,
my pay.
Want to do a little rubby dubby dub tub. You know what I'm saying? After dinner. And
Relaxing in the tub. thinking
Yeah.
everything's all right.
Whatever,
Jump out the
you know
tub,
what
put
I'm
the
saying?
feet on the
Sitting
floor,
on the
grab a
porch.
towel, and then open the door. I
Sitting
said
on-
a splish splash. I was taking a bath. Go ahead.
Sitting on the porch just a swinging, whatever you want to do. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's my wife, so we do things that wives and husbands do. And she tell me, well, I had a problem with this guy at work today. And she keeps it rubbing and a tugging. And the more she rubs and tugs, I don't, you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. So
I'm going to take up for my wife before I am that union member.
that's what I'm saying. So if he's in the same union, you're basically gonna do whatever your wife wants, right? Right? Because it's happy wife, happy life, right?
He ain't rubbing and tugging.
Right. Right. So therefore he could turn a blind eye to it and not help, right? And I'm not saying that he'll defy against him or try to fight against him and try to get him fired.
I'm not saying that's what anybody
Right.
does,
but he'll just turn his back
it's
and not do nothing.
damn easy to happen.
Well, the thing about it is a lead, when a supervisor is off, the lead takes that role as a supervisor.
Right. So again, that is a conflict of interest, is it
Yes,
not?
yes.
So-
yes.
To my understanding, maybe I should call the Office of Inspector General then, because it says here, who investigates the union corruption?
Mm-hmm.
The Office of Inspector General. Is that not corruption? I mean, think about it. Is it not corruption? Number one, you already have one member that has a cousin that is management.
Yes.
Management for UPS.
Yep.
And apparently, huge amounts of discrimination and harassment down there. Huge amounts of that going on.
Well, what's any different from any other center or hub throughout the United States at UPS?
Well,
because it runs rampant.
Well, the
but
difference
yes,
is,
I bet I agree
the
with what you're
difference
saying.
is that you
You're
don't
talking about particular
have a
one.
brother, sister, cousin, uncle, grandma.
We may. We don't know.
Well.
We don't know.
But not only does this one union have one member, they have two members.
Correct. And we're a small union. We only
Right.
have, 1,400?
Well, you just gave it out, so I mean, yeah. Where this is happening at?
You don't know where this is happening at. I'm not pointing out.
Oh, I do.
I didn't say what local.
To be honest with you, I don't care. I'll go ahead and say it. It is Local 29. And honestly, anyone who is in Local 29 needs to ask these questions. You need to go up there and go, wait a minute. You have a recording secretary whose cousin is a manager of UPS. He's the actual manager hub manager, whatever he is. He's actually the manager of that place. Mm-hmm. So that's only one. And then you got another guy who's the vice president. Okay, mm-hmm. His wife is a lead for a different company. So to me, is our union not infiltrated? I mean, did that not say the best way to attack your enemy, the Book of War, or the war, or what's it called, the Book of War? You attack your enemy within. Mm-hmm. Is that not being attacked within? Mm-hmm. Because if you're infiltrating the people that actually...
Is it the art of war?
Art of war, excuse me. Art of war, thank you. But is that not true? Is that not true? Oh, both of them are not paying attention to me. So.
I'm paying attention to you. I'm paying attention to you, driver. There's one other thing we want to talk about.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's all you do is talk, man.
Yeah,
Who, me? That's Mouth over there. That's Mouth off of
are you
Goonies.
talking about?
Mouth. You remember Goonies? Mouth.
Oh, yeah, we know the mouth is.
That's you, Mouth.
But
That's
what
you.
about you?
Hey, the 51%. I'll go ahead and let you hit on that.
Well, the 51% for us.
This is our local.
Yeah,
Every local is different.
Our union decided to make a policy.
A policy.
And what we did,
I wipe my ass with on policies.
what we did is that we decided to make changes, or at least try to make changes to the bylaws, and everyone has the right to do this. And how it has to be done is that every January you have to stand up, you have to state that you want to make a change to the bylaw, whatever section or article, whatever it is in the bylaws that you have, and it has to be written down. The recording secretary also has to record it, and then it has to be signed by you, who's standing and stating that they want made changes to the bylaws. And then, yes, after January, February, and March, I think it's done in it's in March.
March,
yeah.
the third time.
The third time, because it has to be
consecutive.
Yes, you have to bring it up in the meetings all January, February, and March, and then March it's finally voted on.
3 times.
And your members actually get to vote on the changes that go into the bylaws. Correct. Because I don't believe that any union should be following policy.
Correct.
Because we are already under UPS policy.
Correct.
And that in itself is just to me, it's discriminating. Mm-hmm. And if your union is making policy to make changes to it, I think the union members need to stand up and they need to make sure that they're in control of their union. The union is supposed to do exactly what we want them to do. And that's when I said in the beginning of the show, it's like, with all political, Republican, Democratic, all up on Capitol Hill. Mm-hmm. The problem is that when those guys get elected into office, what happens? They go up in and they do what they feel necessary.
Correct.
And that's what's happening with our own unions right now. Everyone needs to understand that they actually have a little bit more control to where we're like the House. We're actually allowed to implement change.
What the members want.
Right. Or we're allowed to actually put legislation forward. And what happens is that then you get everyone at the union hall and then they all vote on it. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes an actual change in your bylaws and they have to follow it. Like ours. I mean, I think I found one thing that was a little upsetting to me is that they're allowed to use the vehicle that we pay for, the gas, the maintenance, everything, that they're actually allowed to use it for personal use. Yes. It actually says that in our bylaws. They're allowed to use it for personal use. And I don't agree with that.
I disagree too.
Because, I don't want you going out there going to your vacation or getting your groceries off of my dime.
Well, it says in there they can't take it on vacation. It does say it in there.
Wow.
But my point is
it says I can't be wrote up for not wearing brown socks either.
Yeah, well,
right.
Well, that's the company we're talking about our union right now.
Buy me, so.
Yeah, but yeah, but the
fucking Mork and Mindy, look at it.
Mork and Mindy, I love that shit.
Nanu.
Yeah, the bylaws overrule. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
There it goes.
The bylaws proceed over the policy.
Yeah, but then the bylaws they can't contradict with the Constitution.
A Constitution, yeah. That's different. That's the IBT, right? The IBT you're talking about. But here's the point, members, is you have control of your union.
Hey, give me one.
You have control by the bylaws. If you go in there every January and make changes to whatever the members want and you make the vote in March, that's when it becomes the members' union.
You guys can actually make changes.
Yes, you can make changes to your union that way because the policy. Oh, you gave him that nasty stuff.
That's fucked up. That's what she said.
The whole purpose of this is the executive board should run day-to-day operation, in my eyes. You should not be making policy changes upon our union. Our union members should be voting on what they want in their union. And that's what we want to bring out to everybody today is more people show up at the union hall, and especially in January, February, March, and you can stand up and say it 3 consecutive times. And in March, you will vote on it. And it's either the members will vote. You either make the positive change that the majority, 51% or whatever it is, or they decline it. And that's what we want people to know, that you do have a say-so. The members do have a say-so, but you just got to be involved. You got to show up.
Yeah. I get it. They do need to show up. That's why we started making changes in our own thing.
Correct, absolutely. And I hope members that are listening to our local, that what we did last January was to showcase that, hey, it is our right. It's our right as members to go in there and vote on changes that we want to make changes to. It's our union, not
Right.
not the executive board. It's
Right.
not their
Because
union.
one
It's
guy-
ours.
There was one guy that stated, he goes, 10 years. I don't know how you want to play this, because it's at the end of your 9th year, the beginning of your 10th year, you get your 3rd week of vacation. And he said that was kind of BS. And I agreed. But the thing is that if you want those changes, you actually need to start going to the union hall meetings. You actually need to voice your opinion, because I looked up Alaska. I think Alaska gets like 5 weeks after like 5 years or something, you know, because they are negotiating for their members. And the thing is that if you're noticing that your union is starting to become non-existent, because it does happen. I'm not saying all unions. There are some strong unions out there.
Oh, yeah.
and
I
I
think
know
there
some
is.
of them.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to them.
Yeah.
so
Well, you talk to a lot.
Yes.
I mean, not
Yes.
just in this state.
No,
I mean,
no,
you
I-
talk to
yes,
many multiple
yes.
states of people.
Yeah, I'm always on the phone.
Yes,
Always on the
yes.
phone. But my thing is that get involved and make sure that your union is in check. And if they're not, vote them out. It's only like 3
Correct.
years. Every 3 years, you got to revote. Find
Correct.
somebody that actually wants to fight for all of y'all.
Correct.
I'm not saying that everybody's the greatest, but I'm saying that you should have some sort of regime exchange, a change, if it's not being if
If you're not doing your job,
Right.
if you're not doing your job,
I mean,
you're not doing your job.
Most of them nowadays only do what is just the bare
basic,
minimum.
yes.
It's a bare minimum.
Yes.
And I get it.
Yep.
Because they just follow through, and they don't want to rock the boat. And I mean, honestly, I'm not going to say where this guy's where he's from, but he's best friends with the labor guy.
Oh, yeah.
What union members should ever be best friends with a UPS labor guy?
Don't they play?
Especially
Didn't our guy play golf with somebody? Is
I
that
think so.
Was that management playing golf?
What did you say?
Something.
You hold my golf club, I hold yours. Or something. I remember that one.
that was funny as hell. Oh my
But
god!
I mean, that's the point. I mean, honestly, 'cause
You hold my balls.
My labor guy. I'm getting ready, dude. I will take his ass to court. I'm pushing this all the way through. The guy got in my face, moved out of his chair, and told me if I don't like what's being said, that I can leave the room.
Yeah.
And I've already filed. I've already filed labor charges, and I've already filed EEOC charges.
Like you said,
It's already done.
It's plain and simple management
This company-
and hourlies. Treat people like human beings.
I'm not saying that everyone's like this.
Treat people like
I'm not
human
saying that
beings.
everybody in UPS
That's it.
is like this either.
I got you. Yeah, I totally
the,
agree.
The ones who know that they do their
They
job.
know who they are. They
Right.
know who they are.
Right.
They know who they are. We ain't got to say
the ones
their
who are
names.
just complete assholes. You know who you are.
That's right.
And the thing is that if you come at me, trust me, I'm smart enough to know that I'm not going to retaliate or act towards you. I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to record your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell everybody right now that's listening, UPS feeder drivers, package, part-timers, get a recorder. Get a recorder and record everything.
Well, it depends on what state you're in, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. It only talks about it being used in a court of law. I'm just telling everybody throughout the United States, get a recorder.
Yeah.
And every time somebody comes up to you and starts talking management and anything, I mean, even an employee.
Yeah.
Because you might have a shop steward who's kind of on the side of the employer. So, have that recorder at all times. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Because
just like that one shop steward called in.
Notate
he
everything.
notates everything. Who he talks to.
I record everything.
I mean, dude, that I was
Everything.
like, geez, that's insane. I mean, how many years he said he's been there? Like 30 years. I'm like, dude, he must have some
Because he must have learned something long
time ago. Yeah. Like I said, goes back to treat people like human beings. You know what I'm saying? It's plain and simple. I know you can still do your job as management and still, talk to an hourly respectively. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. We've had some. I'm not going to say who, but we all know who this person is that come in there and just started raising hell with a management person and right off the gate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't be talking to people like that. You know what I'm saying? We're all humans,
Let's see. I got to take that name out. What was that? 1784. 1784. You'll understand. Doing away with on-call list. He wants to do away with on-call list. I don't think you can do that in this company because people like to call out sick.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And take vacation. So the on-call list you can't get rid of. Next, retro checks. Someone wants to know what the next.
The next one.
Yeah, the next retro check.
Copy.
We've already gotten ours.
Oh, no, he says the next.
Oh, the next.
He wants more money.
Well, in the next 5 years, in the next contract, we'll do a retro.
Well, honestly, if you want a retro check, the thing is walk through your hub, and if you see a supervisor working, notate it down.
File grievance.
Right.
Oh, shit, man. You got a red dot on your head, too.
Free money. Free money.
Yeah, double time. And after the third time, it's triple time.
Dude, I heard a story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a story about a package car driver that filed 9 5s, okay, throughout a course of a year and got like almost $20,000.
Oh, my uncle told me he's retired. Yeah, he got like $30,000.
There you go.
For 9 5s. I mean, he got an extra $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Just because he's filing on 9 5s.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, the money's out. UPS gives the money out there.
Yeah.
The thing is, everyone stop being scared.
Yeah.
Honestly, here's the thing. Do your job like you're supposed to do. The union still has to represent you.
Mm-hmm.
And it states in the book that if you get into one accident, they can't fire you. Mm-hmm. They can't. They got to bring you back. It's basically 3 accidents. Or it's 3 Mirandas.
But after 9 months, that accident disappears, comes
Yes.
off. So
yeah, so as long as you're doing your job correctly, there's not much that UPS can actually do to you. Yeah. And what I'm trying to state is start filing those grievances.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they're pushing you out there to be past 9.5 hours and you're away from your family, go ahead and get the money.
Listen, what's the point of having a contract if you don't obey by it? You know what I'm saying? You don't go by it. You know.
Here's my thing, because somebody said to me, well, there are certain things that we have to do on the contract that we allow not to happen. Let me ask you this, because this is exactly what I asked this person. Does UPS bend their policies for you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do they bend their policies? Mm-hmm. They do not bend their policies. You might have an individual supervisor who might be a cool guy.
I'll bend J-Rod's sister over.
You wish, Mama.
All right, doing away with the on-call. Oh, excuse me. Next retro checks. Somebody said they could write a book about harassment issues. Apparently that's up in Pennsylvania. We already talked about the 10 years for third week of vacation. Just, listen, you guys got to get more involved in unions. And you start forcing these guys to start doing the job correctly. We talked about the inward-facing cameras. Of course, we don't have any answers off of that because our
IBT.
Union, apparently, what was stated, and again, we'll just elaborate on this. What was stated is that our union sent something to the IBT, and they're waiting for instruction on what to do or how to do it. But other than that, I think we kind of hit everything today. If there's anything else that anybody wants to...
Put the phone number out.
You got the phone number.
Oh.
You got the phone number.
It's 540-409-9213.
Right.
That is
Go ahead.
540-409-9213. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yeah, Eastern Standard Time. And I don't answer it pretty much Sunday through Thursday because that's when I work. But if you guys want to text things or you got issues or whatever, like you said, we keep names out of it. If you don't want us to know where the part of the state that you work from or whatever, fine, we'll keep it all out of there. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to unite everyone, all 350,000 members, because like I stated, what was it? Only 150,000 members actually voted?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's typical. I mean, I've been here for over 20
but
years.
But that's what I'm saying.
So.
My job, what I want to do, what I would like to do, and we're not getting paid for this, I want to unite all 350,000 members because it's time to start standing up. If you start standing up and you're 350,000 members strong, I don't care who's the president. I don't care who UPS has in play. If you have all 350,000 members united, whatever you want, you will get.
I got you. But it's just like our local election last year, or 3 years ago, for which we're about ready to vote now.
We didn't know. We didn't know at that time.
I know. No. I'm talking about something totally different. Okay. You know, like where I live at, voting. Okay, which is probably about 40,000 people that live in this town, county, whatever. But when it comes to the sheriff's voting, only like 6,000 people voted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to get everybody, dude. I mean, just like the presidential election. I mean, you know, how many people were in the United States? 550 million or whatever?
Well, I'm a patriot.
You know what I'm saying?
I vote.
I got you. But a lot of people don't, and they won't.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
If they think that their vote doesn't count, it does.
And I'm not going to argue that.
And,
with
and
you.
it gives you the right to bitch.
I'm not going to argue that.
I want everyone to become a maxi pad. Come a maxi pad.
I don't know. You're,
become a bleeder.
You
because
take
you bitch every time you. I mean, honestly, that's exactly that's what I want. I want a lot of maxi pads out there.
Oh God,
we already got.
We already got one enough. We got the OG over here.
Yeah. Got your sisters.
Yeah, I think there's too many hog heads out there. I think there's too many J Rods. There's not enough.
AKA loose lips. Loose lips.
There's not enough J Rods out there. But
there ain't enough oxygen for a bunch of maxi pads.
Hey, if it wasn't for me, you know, I listen. I'll stand up for anyone. Y'all know that.
Oh yeah, that's facts.
I'll even
facts.
get fired for it. I will stand up for you, and I've done it.
Damn, you taking?
I've done it.
There.
I've stood up where management tried to basically fire me.
Listen,
I'm not saying it in our own place, but
you take up for all members, even though some members that you or even I,
if you're an asshole, I'll take up for you.
Dislike. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a dickhead, I'll take up for you.
But you're trying to turn me a little bit.
If you're a nice guy, I'll take up for you.
And you're trying to turn me a little bit with all this member thing and
members first, baby.
Yes, members first, members only, and
always.
And I know there's a lot of drivers that, you know, well, there's quite a few of them. Not a lot, but there's a couple that I dislike, and they're not friends of mine.
Yeah,
but like what you said, you know, if they came to me and asked me a question about, you know, union stuff or something like that, I would try to get the information or tell them if I know something. I would help them out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
what everybody needs to do.
Yes,
you, know why?
You need to,
because a junior driver also pays for your pension.
Yes.
Your
yes.
pension, my pension.
Yes. You need to differentiate yourself from your personal stuff with somebody.
Yeah.
When it comes to the union. This is work, and, you know, we all need to be united.
Yeah, you're not going home with Jim or Chad.
Shh. We don't talk about that, man. Come on, man. Crazy mother.
You know.
Somebody set me up, man. Some bullshit.
We didn't set you up.
Whatever.
We heard it.
Yeah, whatever.
Jim had his nuts in your mouth. That's all we know.
Snap.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm gonna get the picture. I sent you the picture.
Okay.
Of them actually put me in a newspaper. That shit is for real.
Okay.
It did happen.
So all right, guys. We're out. Hopefully the video or whatever comes out good. If we see
you beat. Cut all that.
Did you tell him that? Did I tell him that? Did you tell him or did I tell him that? Did I? Oh, my Lord.
God. You don't remember saying?
Look at it.
We'll cut off.
All right, guys, we're out. All right, guys, we're out. We're gonna go ahead and today, and we'll try to see y'all next week. All right, man. All right, we out.
I'm gonna send these to Stickles.
Pull up to the scene. Got my ceiling missing. What's that song? What's that fucking song? Yeah, I'm talking about. Pull up to the scene. Got my ceiling missing. What the fuck's that song?
I can't think about it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
All right, we're gonna play that one.
With my ceiling missing.
I like that one.
That shit's funny, dude.